friends, and welcome back to A Moment with Hales. It is a beautiful Sunday night tonight, and I am so excited to be outside planting my onion seedling. But I have never done onion by seed before. I do think something that's nice to see on the internet are people trying things for the first time and maybe failing, maybe succeeding, but it's always good, I think, to see the beginning of something that's small, something that's doable, not overwhelming, and not always perfect as well. So I am new to the onion game. Some of my seedlings I don't think look that great, some I think look great, and we're just gonna pop them in the ground and see what happens. I have been following a channel called Garden Like a Viking, I think, or Viking, yeah, Garden Like a Viking. And he has a method that he does with his onions, so I'm going to try to duplicate that, although I'm sure it will not be to perfection. So the first thing I need to do with my little seedlings is take my little onion seedlings out. So let's take a look at this one. I'm a little bit nervous. So when it comes to the seedlings, I do have a couple that there were 2 seeds in one pot, which you'll see here. It was recommended to get the onions wet to try to separate them because you want to make sure you don't disturb the root system. So I have some water here that I'm putting them in. Again, this is my first time doing onions, so we're gonna give this a try. Ooh, the roots are very entangled. Some people do this in a whole tray too. They'll actually get a tray and just put a bunch of onion seeds in and then separate all of them. That may be a better method, but for me, that sounded a little tedious. I didn't want to have to go through a tray and try to separate them. So I put, I think, 2 or 3 seeds in every pot that I have. So these are looking good. One recommendation I would make if you're using a pot like this, or I guess any pot, if the dirt is wet, it's easier to get your seedling out. So I might actually go get a watering pot and water all of these. But let's see if I can get, I'm just gonna dunk this whole thing in the water. And then I definitely will get my watering can and water all of these because I think that'll be way easier to get them out. And a couple random things while I do this. I did wake up this garden bed this morning. It was still kind of in a slumber. My chickens did get in here and turn over my beds, wake them up a couple weeks ago. But I did add a little bit of topsoil to this, Pro Mix, and I did add a nitrogen-based organic fertilizer. And we're still working on our compost. I wish we had better compost right now, but we're working on it to get our own dirt. As I said many a times, there's a lot of opinions about dirt out there, so do your own research and decide what you want to use. Pro Mix has worked great for us. It is a little bit pricier. I have heard of people who are filling their garden beds. You can get a truck delivered with topsoil, so that might be a more economical way to do it than the Pro Mix, because Pro Mix is pretty expensive if you want to fill all of your beds. I do like adding it in just as a topsoil because it's a really good dirt. Also, when it comes to picking the type of onion you want to plant for your area, there are long day onions and short day onions. I believe I went for the long day onions. In Virginia, I'm in zone 7B, so you could research which onions would grow best in your area. It depends on the amount of sunlight you have. These are the onions I went with from Johnny Seeds, if you guys can see that. And I think that they're a sweeter onion. It's a hybrid yellow onion, so we'll see how they do. All right, these are looking good too. I feel like these roots are really good. Someone, you tell me, are these good roots for onions? Am I too excited? Am I feeling too confident? Someone let me know. And I also just want to say too, if you are trying gardening for the first time this year, I started with 2 raised garden beds and that was plenty of space. You also can use containers. If you have a porch, if you have a windowsill, wherever you can start a garden, go for it, do it, enjoy it, and grow something, even if it's just basil. Basil's really fun to grow and you can make pesto and it's delicious. So I'm gonna work on these. It's gonna take me a lot longer than I thought it was, but it's gorgeous. I'm gonna enjoy the sunshine. I brought my essentials out with me, my French press, so my coffee is steeping, and I'll be back once I get all these onion seedlings out into the ground. We have all these onions here. Some look better than others. Some of the really tiny ones like this, you can see that's like super small compared to like that. I don't think I'm gonna plant these. I think I'm gonna go with the strongest ones that I have and put them in. So let me show you the method that I saw online that I'm trying to duplicate. Okay, so the method I found said to place some boards down in your garden bed. They don't have to be like super huge, and to go ahead and make a trench about 1 inch deep. And it doesn't have to be like super exact. Also, I'm terrible at following directions and instructions, so we're just gonna do our best here. And then he went ahead and laid the onions down like this. And I think onions are supposed to be about 4 inches apart is ideal. Okay, I still have these small ones left, which I'm gonna hang on to. I don't know if I can do anything with these. But then we have in the garden bed, I kind of ran out of boards and I ran out of space. So this is how I'm doing it. I did one side with the trench method and then the other side with the boards. So we have quite a few onions in here, but now I'm gonna go ahead and cover them up. Okay, so I have my onions in to the best of my ability. Everything that I've researched online said just make sure that the roots are buried in and that they're in about covered 1 inch deep. I don't think you're supposed to do them like super, super deep. So again, first time here, so if I'm wrong, someone comment below so I can maybe fix this in enough time. But I'm gonna go ahead and cover these up with just a little bit of dirt over the top, making sure the roots are covered. All right, so I have over 50 onion seedlings here in the ground, and I have the goal of getting 10 onions this season. So let's hope I can do it with this method. I am gonna go ahead and water tonight just so this bed is left nice and saturated. It is supposed to be almost 80 tomorrow, so I'm a little worried getting these out today, but I kept putting it off and I just needed to get them out. So they're out and we'll just see what happens, cross our fingers, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'll be talking to you soon. It's been about a week and a half since I planted these onion seedlings, and I am happy with what I'm seeing as of right now. And I will update you guys as the summer goes on, and we'll see how these onions do. Thanks for watching.